Okay, so hello to the probably like 3 people that are gonna watch this, but I'm Break the Sky, Thrasymachus in this game, Thrasymachus, um, and I'm gonna be teaching slash giving you the knowledge of what is required to come back in a game when you are down mega creeps. Now you can see this game wasn't particularly long. It was 48 minutes, but we got mega creeped at around 35, I think it was. This was a 5.9k average game, maybe 5.8. It was around my MMR. I know I was a little bit lower than the average, but yeah. So basically, this is the things that are required to come back from mega creeps. Now, I'm gonna just briefly go over the things that are necessary, and then I'm gonna show you how they were present in this game. So, I'm just gonna start loading the replay while I start to get over it. But the first thing that is required is the ability to defend against mega creeps. Now, this is obviously the most important aspect of being able to win against mega creeps. Gonna just skip forward a bunch. I don't know why I'm saying. I'll speed it up. Sorry. Let me just go into player perspective. We'll put it here. Do that. Or let's just do for camera. So basically, I'm gonna skip forward to the point where we got mega creeped, which should be around 30 minutes, 33 minutes. Yeah, here we go. Okay. So we get mega creeped in the next couple of minutes, basically, because at 33, I think it was, we were down megas. So I'm just gonna slow that down to 1. So first thing that is necessary is that we are going to. I play a bit poorly here. I try cutting the creep wave, and I do that, but do end up losing a buildings because of it. And as you can see, it's not the best anti-mage game, but it's all right. Their only real counter is this Enigma. We bring them down, RP, we lose the racks, this goes down soon afterwards. But as you can see, this will bring us to the second thing that is required to a, let me turn down the audio a little bit. The second thing required in order to be able to win versus mega creeps, the ability to win a team fight. So I'm just gonna skip past this because we get Aegis here, which is very important for 2 reasons in this game. So, if you look at their team, they've got an Enigma, a Venomancer, a Necrophos, does not yet have Ags, and a Tusk, and a Nature's Prophet, but the Prophet built rat items, so he's kind of a non-factor in terms of hero damage. So the thing is that their heroes are very ultimate dependent, so I'm gonna turn down the game audio a little bit, actually. But basically, their heroes are very ulti dependent. So when I have this Aegis, they have to commit at least 1 ult. Now, this is the third part of dealing with megas. Well, first let me get to the part where we're actually mega. Because this is just us killing on the other side of the map. Oh god. Oh god. Come on, where is it? Okay, I'll just edit this shit out, I guess. Okay. Here we go. So, basically what happens is we are sieging over here and the other side of the base. Prophet ports in, kills our stuff. We end up killing them, but we do get Mega. So as you can see, we have a net worth lead, but this, you don't need a net worth lead in order to win a game versus Megas. Now, at this point, I realize that we're getting Mega'd. I have buyback, so I'm not playing that scared. I don't know why actually he didn't ult me there, or why he's not ulting me. I don't know why. But either way, essentially, what I do here on the behest of the Nyx, we are doing something very important. Now, actually I can just play it and have it and slow it down. So basically what we're doing is we're mega creeped, right? The first wave of megas are right here. So we realize that our ability to defend, it's pretty good. We have the ability to push out lanes. But what's very important is that we get pickoffs, because if we get pickoffs, they're never going to be able to 5-man. And if they can't 5-man, they're going to have a lot of trouble actually ratting or murdering our base. So we're looking for pickoffs. We find the Necrophos. Prophet runs away to the north. I knew he was here. We saw him, but you know, we're not going to waste time. Now I'm low HP and I'm like wondering what I should buy at this point. Nyx makes a very good item suggestion, tells me, hey, just buy heart. You're gonna get full HP and it's gonna be, you know, you can stay. And that's the important thing, that I am staying on this side of the map. I'm just gonna go to the 3 things. Okay, so like I said before, you need to be able to win a fight. And if you cannot win a fight, you need to start out the game with the enemy not S5. Start off the late mega creeps. See, the thing is, I don't really know if this is the right move to start focusing down the tier 4s, but yeah, okay. I blink in BKB. I don't think I get anything out of this. But you see, we're leaving 2 heroes always on the back, Zeus and Earth Spirit. I think later on Earth Spirit comes with us, and then the Magnus. Then the Magnus goes, but goes to defend. But I like make a misplay there, and I'm like clicking something else. But I die. I buy back immediately, I think. Yep. Sell those, buy myself some BOTs. I'm slightly short on golds, so I get them there. So I'm gonna pause it really quick. So the important thing is, we're just gonna go to buybacks here. You can see buybacks in the game, there's almost none. We know that they don't have buybacks on the enemy team because, you know, we can see, no. They're all on cooldown except for this guy, actually, and the Venom. So Venom's already dead though. I don't think we really care if he has buyback because he only offers this damage, right? And I'm an anti-mage, so I don't really give a damn about him. Only things I really care about in this game are Enigma and the Necrophos ults. And maybe like having Tusk or +1 to hit to damage, but I am very tanky with this heart. I have 3.4k HP. Like that's that and the BKB. It's very difficult for them to kill me, especially when I have my team behind me. But essentially, the most important thing is that if we cannot win fights, which we can in this case, but if you cannot, you need to make sure that you're constantly pressuring them and not letting them all respawn. And you'll see that we'll do that here. See, I buy the BOTs, we smoke up. Nyx is just using that to try to get to the other side of the map faster. It's kind of less about the actual smoke and more about the move speed at this point. But you know, I'm gonna push out this lane, and it's very helpful that I can go for this build because I don't have it here, but normally I'm gonna have the Empower buff from Magnus, which means I'm gonna be dealing a lot more damage than I normally would. So we realized that it's smoked over here. Nyx baits, I guess. I don't know. But this is all us pressuring. You see the Venomancer isn't alive yet. They don't have the ability to do something. So we're just gonna, we realize that we can't actually get anything, so we're just pushing out lanes. See, that's another important aspect. You can't need to be able to defend, but pushing out lanes is actually not 100% necessary. Like, it's very useful, don't get me wrong. Like, it's super great that the Zeus actually has the ability to do this. But you don't actually need these side lanes to be super pushed. If you have this super farmed carry who could just push out one of the lanes and just be on the other side of the map. You just need the buildings not to die. So I get a DD here. I'm like, all right, it's go time. I don't actually think we get anything out of it. But either way, gonna fast forward a bit through this. Zeus ults so that we can see where they are. And yeah, picking out the ward. And then we go for the Aegis. It's not up yet. Gonna speed up a little bit more. Once again, we're pushing out waves, pushing out waves. Now, here's why being able to win a fight is 100%. Well, not 100%, but like 99.9% necessary. Because they're alive and they're on our side of the map. They're doing this push lineup thing, and oh, let's go back. I remember Prophet did something really stupid here. He like ports in and like, I don't know what he's expecting to happen here, but he just feeds. And essentially, the rest of the team, they're spot up. They're like, shit, we don't have a Prophet. Our pushing power is like, you know, half of what it should be. And because we've been killing this guy like non-stop, like we've been killing at least one person on the enemy team non-stop for like the past like 7 minutes. Like, because when we got Mega'd, it was around 33. So we've been killing them non-stop for 7 minutes. You see the difference in levels. I want to show you the difference in XP. We jump. Enigma doesn't even get his black hole off. I'm just gonna BKB and oh, he actually jumps out. But we're just gonna kill. And like at this point, it's just like, I think he gets out actually. Yeah, because I blink up like this. Because I think he's dead or something. I don't know what that was. Misplay is on my fault. But now that they're dead, see, I'm gonna port. I don't know why I did that actually. That was pretty weird misplay, but I just wanted to push out the lane because I didn't really have the ability to fight without the BKB up again, and the black hole was up, and everybody on the other team was alive. I think that's why I left. I was afraid of going too far for the Veno, and then Enigma, who still had black hole, to just turn around and black hole me, and then I die. Later on, I end up getting black hole, but I'm apparently really tanky, or a lot tankier than I thought I was, and like it doesn't do anything. Like I get Midnight Pulse black hole, and I'm just like full HP. Fast forward through this a little bit, and basically at this point we're about as strong as we're gonna get. Nothing really else is gonna improve, at least my far. I can get BOTs too, and that's about it. And I think I do buy those because we're just trying to push out the lanes, waiting for Aegis. We get the Aegis. Because this is very important, like I said before, getting Roshan or getting pickoffs around that area is super important because they're very ulti dependent. So we just blink in, murder the shit out of these guys. Nice RP from the Magnus, who was our highest MMR. And then, yeah, see, I get black hole and it just doesn't matter. And at this point, the game is pretty much won. I think we end soon after. Although actually, it's a lot longer than I thought. I can't actually backdoor, so I have to port back. I just grab the illusions so I can keep those lanes pushed without me being there, or at least delay it. Get Aegis. Now I ditched the heart, mostly because I'm still relatively tanky without like the extra 1500 HP. But I kind of need the other items for damage. Like, all right, I need the BKB because if I get killed by Necrophos and by the Theno, like that's a lot of damage and slows that I could end up getting kited with. So I end up getting rid of the heart. But I still kind of need the damage, so other items are pretty much a necessity. And I need the Battle Fury to push out lanes. Empower's good for it, but it's better to be able to like 3-shot everything. And they just misplay like a bunch here. So now we know that the Tusk is dead. Like he could have buyback, but I don't think at this point I particularly care if any of them have buyback. I swap out the heart for the butterfly, just for a minute so that I can get my HP back up. And then we just find a pick off, and at this point the game is next to over with a nice BK RP, and then the game's just over because they don't have buybacks, because we've been constraining them so much. That's the thing, like we never stopped pressuring them for even a minute. The only time we stopped pressuring was when they had 5 and there was no Aegis and our buyback and my buyback was cooldown. That was the only time we stopped pressuring. It was the only time we stopped pressuring. The fact that me and the Nyx and the Magnus Earth Spirit, but mostly me and Nyx, were looking for pickoffs the entire time. You see how many kills I have? I have 30 kills, and I think the Nyx has like almost as many assists. Yeah, 29 assists. Like, this is why we win the game. It's not because, oh, like, I'm such a farm Danny Mage late game, haha. It's because we always pressured. We never gave them the chance to farm buyback. We never gave them the chance to actually do that final 5-man group push. And the one time we did, we were able to get a good fight off, which is why it's almost 100% necessary to win fights. You can still win the game without being able to win the fight, but it's difficult. It's very difficult. Now the third and final thing necessary for beating Mega Creeps is pushing power in buildings. You don't, like, you saw how little time oftentimes we had to capitalize on, maybe Tusk dying or the Nature's Prophet. They were only dead for like 50 seconds, or Enigma was only dead for like 40 seconds at the end of the game because they were so underleveled from constantly us killing. Like, look at the difference in our levels. Look in the team XP. You see how far ahead in XP we were? Like, this is a significant amount. Almost as much as, like, we went from 15k gold behind, like around 10k XP, to being up a lot. So basically, just in a quick recap, in order to win versus Mega Creeps, you need 3 things. You need the ability to defend versus the actual creeps themselves. You need to be able to push out lanes. It's not necessary. It's not 100% necessary as long as you are able to actually push out this mid lane and go for the buildings. So that's an optional plus. Number 2, you need to be able to win a fight. You need to be able to win a fight either right when they mega creep you, or just be able to win fights in general. If you are only able to win that one fight when they mega creep you, you need to be constantly on the other side of the map with 2 to 3 of your heroes constantly looking for pickoffs. You cannot let them group up. Number 3, you need to be able to push buildings, especially if you cannot win fights. And I'm not necessarily saying this for the rat. I'm saying this because if you are you don't necessarily have a lot of time to capitalize, especially if you're just constantly killing them. People, they're gonna get underleveled, and then their death timers are gonna be shorter relative to yours, and then the plays get riskier and riskier in terms of cost benefit. So you need to be able to push buildings quickly and hopefully get out. Anti-Mage was a very good pick this game. I had Magnus, I had a lot of stuff. If I was just an AM with, like, if it wasn't a Magnus, if it was like a Centaur, I don't think we would have won this game. Same if it was like a Riki instead of a Nyx, I don't think we would have won this game. Or Riki actually maybe, but Nyx was better for sure. But I don't know, Bounty Hunter would have been worse because he wouldn't have had the lockdown, and I needed a Basher. But yeah, for sure. So at the end of the day, those are the things that are required to win versus Mega Creeps. They're not going to be present in every game you get Mega Creeps, for sure. In fact, this is pretty rare situation where you have a carry like this farmed, and you have a team that knows how to play around it and are willing to play around it instead of just typing GG, once they get Mega Creeps. But yeah, so those are the things required. Is to break the sky. I will maybe edit this. I don't even know if I have the software still. It's been such a long time since I've actually edited anything. But yeah, go out there and make some kids rage because they just lost to Megas. GG, go next.